Hello YouTubers, and today I thought since the PlayStation Classic has recently been released, I believe at the time of recording being released in the UK, I thought, you know what, maybe I should dig out my old PS1. No, not the original PlayStation, the PS1, or the PlayStation Slim, which I've kept at my grandparents' for years and years and years. And it's being in this box, so let's have a look at it, shall we? Now, I got this PS1 years and years later. In fact, I think I already had I definitely had a PS2. I might have had a PS3 by the time I got this, but I got this at I think at my brother and sister's school fair, basically. But I've kept it in this Lonsdale shoebox. So, yay for that. So, here we've got the UK wall brick. Yes, this one had an external power supply, though unlike the PS2 Slim or the Xboxes, it was actually built into the plug, so, you know, it wasn't a big thing along your floor and that. Unfortunately, it does... I don't know, is this a proprietary connector, or did the PS2 Slim use it? I don't know, because I don't have my PS2 Slim with me at the moment, so I couldn't tell you. This thing actually came with a PlayStation RF cable, and it was an officially licensed Sony one, though here I've only got composite cables. So yeah, this is a composite cable right here. I basically had this here as a PlayStation so I could play some PlayStation games at my grandparents'. But yeah, the old Sony connector, which was used from the original PlayStation, all the way up until the PS3, where the PS4 finally just went, we're going HDMI only. So yeah, composite all the way, people. Yeah, best connection ever. You know, there's nothing better than composite cables. No. Though, to be fair, if you're playing on an analog TV, to be honest, unless you've got RGB SCART, which is a thing in the UK, unlike the US thing, you know, composite maybe your only bet, to be honest. Now, these controllers did not come with it originally. I actually got these at a car boot sale. One looks greyer than the other. One has clearly been sitting and sung longer, but you know what, let's unravel the cable and see how these feel. This feels more solid than actually my PS3 or possibly even my PS4 controller. It has a really nice heavy weight to it. The rubber is unfortunately starting to come off there, but it still feels really good and really solid in the hand. Yeah, not bad at all. And we get obviously mammoths amount of cables. Now the PlayStation Classic, I wish it had come with a DualShock or dual analog controller, because mainly for the reason that obviously these use the PlayStation old proprietary connector, whereas the PlayStation Classic uses USB, so that meant you could have a USB official PlayStation controller. This one's actually in better condition. Yeah. Not bad at all. This is actually a PS2 controller, not a PlayStation 1 controller. This is actually a PS2 one. So ignore that one. This is a DualShock 2. And here it is. This is the PS1 or PlayStation Mini with a Joytech memory card. This is the only original PlayStation memory card I actually have, because To be honest, whenever I want to play an original PlayStation game these days, I play it on my PS3, which is the best way to play original PlayStation games. Now, it has recently been announced that the servers for the PS3 are going down at the end of March 2019. I don't know if that's worldwide or just the US, but that's what's being said. Where PlayStation Plus is going to end for it, so yeah, that's when that's going for that. But at the moment, the servers are still up for the PS3, so to be honest, you're better off getting an original, not an original, you're better off getting a used PS3 and just downloading a load of PS1 games onto it or modding it for that. And you get the benefit of playing PS1 discs and everything. Oh, this has Simpsons Wrestling in it, which is on a black CD-ROM. So yeah, but this one is a lot smaller, a heck of a lot smaller, a heck of a lot lighter than the original PlayStation, and is also a lot more reliable. This came out, I think, 2001. It came out when the PS2 was released over here in the UK. You can see there, we've got just the AV multi-out and the power, and also 2 screw holes to mount a PS1 screen. But some of the older models had a serial connector, which obviously was exploited with the was it the Fast Shark, something Shark adapter? But yeah, power and reset, your 2 controller ports, and that was it. And you know, it's a nice little unit. Very nice, small, you know, little unit. Although there's no reason today, excuse me, to actually buy an original PlayStation. None whatsoever. It is the most worthless console ever. Not the game, and it's got nothing to do with the games or anything. It's just that all PS2s can play PS1 games, except for the original model, which couldn't play Metal Gear Solid for some reason. But yeah, all other games work. All PS2s can play PS1 games. All PS3s can play PS1 games, apart from ones that used either something that required the controller ports or something along those lines. But yeah, so there's very little reason to get one. Now, let's have a look, see what else is in the box, eh? There's only 3 games here. So, Simpsons Wrestling. I'm actually going to put that disc back in its box. There we go, so Simpsons Wrestling. An utterly shit Simpsons game and an even worse wrestling game. We'll get access in a second. What's in here? This is odd, one of these boxes, but yeah. Oh, okay. SpongeBob SquarePants Super Sponge. So yeah, this is odd. This is like a replacement case for an original PlayStation game. That is something you don't really see, because these aren't too dissimilar to like CD cases. Well, they are essentially just thicker CD cases, so they can fit all the manuals in there. This game. Now, this game came with it when I bought this PS1. And yeah, but this manual's incredibly thin. Oh look, Granger Games. They are gone, unfortunately, in the UK, which is a shame. But all their inventory, I think, was bought out by CEX. So you know how well that's going to turn out. But yeah, there we go, that's better. But there's something in the bottom of here, which I'm going to show right now. If I get all these out. Oh look, it's got a PlayStation connector. What could this possibly be? I'm going to have to move the camera back for this actually. Yes, lo and behold, it's basically a Dance Central mat. You can see there at the top of that we've got scan select R1 and L1. And I'm sorry, I accidentally pressed stop on the record. Whoops. But essentially, this is a dance mat. Yeah, Dance Central mat. Also notice at the top there, no socks. And what's that warning say? Come on, we can zoom in on it. Okay, there we are. So yeah, don't wear socks. Even though whenever I used this, I did wear socks. But yeah, I mean, what can I say? It's a bloody dance mat. There's just no other way to put this. And this is bigger than I remember it. It's, let's see. I'd say it's about 2 foot wide, and in terms of length, I'd say it's about 2 and a bit foot. Yeah, but that is quite large. So, the PS1. Do you have one? Do you not? Do you care? Doesn't matter. The original PlayStation is a great console with some great games. Some of the best, like obviously the Crash trilogy, have already been remastered, and Crash Racing is on its way as well, and the Spyro trilogy is being remastered and is available on basically everything at the minute. So yeah, there's no reason to really have one today, and there hasn't been a reason to have one since the PS2 came out, other than, you know, collector's purposes. And that the console itself is essentially worthless. And that the only things that are obviously, if you are playing your PS2, then you're going to need a PlayStation 1 memory card. Though I recommend doing it on your PS3, because the thing is, these memory cards are only 1 megabyte. And, you know, that is minuscule, a completely tiny, insignificant amount today, but on the PS3 you can create virtual memory cards, so you can basically have as many as you like as long as you've got enough storage. But one of these memory cards will be usually enough for what was it? It was somewhere between 10 and 20 games, depending on how much it asked of it. So yeah. Anyway, that does it for this video, and I will see you whenever I can be asked, really. Bye bye.